I'm single, I'm 35, and quite honestly, I'm lonely.
I'm just so lonely.
I'm so over waiting. Like, when is it gonna be my turn? I feel like I'm back in that hopeless pit where I'm just like, when's it gonna be my turn? Why is it taking so long?
Why is it so hard to find a guy?
Never having been picked, never having been wanted, never having been desired, as you go through all of these years. 27 years for me, 27 years.
Everyone talks about the male loneliness epidemic, but no one seems to be talking about how lonely women are.
I literally cannot express in words how badly I want a relationship.
I'm 37. I'll be 38 this year. You know, I don't have any kids. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't talk to anybody. So I'm always alone.
I genuinely question if there is real love left, like, especially in our generation.
It sucks being 32 and single and seeing all your friends get engaged and not even being close to that.
I've been stood up, ghosted, lied to, all in a matter of 3 months.
I hate this shit. Like, what do y'all want me to say? Like, I be in the bed crying every night.
I'm crying because I'm just reflecting on the fact that literally every person in my life has used me and then just throws me out like a piece of trash.
And I'm so tired. Like, I don't want to try anymore.
She doesn't want to try anymore. Has the dating market really gotten this bad, where women are actively looking for men and
most women come to this internet and put on a show. I'm happy and I'm single. I'm happy and I'm single. We all know that you're lonely. Shut up. We all know that you're lonely, guys. If women were honest about, how they feel about being single, because being single doesn't bring fulfillment or happiness. That's unreal, guys. That's just unreal. It's not true. Being single brings loneliness, but peace and freedom. This video is from Virtual Brother. And the title of the video is The Loneliness Epidemic in Modern Women. Go check it out.
and still can't find any?
Where are all the single straight men?
Where are the women pushing 30? Where do we find good men at?
Where are all the single guys that are respectful and educated and want to take care of a woman?
Where are the men our age hiding?
What does it take to find a good guy? Like, I don't understand why it's so hard in your 40s to just find a good person.
I'm starting to wonder where they are. Like, where?
Drop a comment and let these women know where the good men are, because apparently they can't find any. And if you've watched the previous videos on this channel, you already know how picky women can be when it comes to dating. Everything has to be damn near perfect.
There was one guy that I dated who was so nice, so cute, took me on the best dates, so fun. Like, we had fun. Every single day we had fun. But I did not feel emotionally connected.
It's not that I haven't been on dates or it's not that I haven't had boyfriends before, but it's more so that I just haven't been wowed.
He could be a good guy, but that doesn't mean that he is good enough for you. That doesn't mean that he is right for you, and you should not have to compromise on your standards or your non-negotiables because he's a good guy.
I am looking for a specific relationship. A specific relationship how I want it to be. And I am okay with being single if that means I will never get it in my lifetime.
And it wasn't even that I wasn't attracted to him, because he was an attractive guy, but there was just something lacking, and I was able to recognize it quickly.
This is exactly why so many men have tapped out of dating. The kind, consistent, and emotionally available men women say they want are often ignored. Why? Because they live normal, everyday lives that don't create drama.
Facts.
But women see that as boring. In general, good men are steady and consistent and predictable. It's why, as women, we think you're boring.
I'm just gonna say the quiet part out loud. Most men are mind-numbingly boring.
He's so nice, and he's the guy that I should want. But it's like, I need a little bit of like a, you're going to send me to the psych ward.
When you get treated good, it's kind of like boring. And don't hate me, but I do love toxic. And I don't mean like super bad, but I like some spice in my life.
Because I feel like if a guy is nice, that means he gets no girls. And that's like a turn off.
There's a lot of women that I see with their husbands, it's like you're gonna spend the rest of your life pretending that that is not the most boring man on earth.
See, this is the trap.
Guys, like, modern women are different, guys. They've evolved. I don't believe in evolution, but at this point I do, guys, right? Because they've evolved. Women were not like this. Nowadays, dog, when you're talking to a woman, you have to, create tension before you can get in her pants, dog. That's just the reality of life. For you to get a girl, like, not even date her, but to smash, you have to create some sort of tension. Like, you have to have an impact on a woman's life, on her emotions, right? Not just, I'm not talking about, just, telling her, giving her compliments and buying her things and whatever. Dog, I'm talking about ghosting her. You understand? If you can manage to ghost a girl for like 3 months, dog, you will get the cake. Dog, you will get the bucks for ghosting a woman for 3 months, dog. I'm telling you guys, you have to have an impact on a woman's emotions nowadays. Like, I'm 35 years old, guys. When I was 20 years old, you could get a girl just by complimenting her, being consistent, showing effort. You could get a girl like that. But nowadays, you cannot get a girl like that. I'm telling you. In 2025, you cannot get a girl like that. For you to get a girl, you need to know how to play the game, guys. That's why a lot of guys have opted out, because they don't know how to play this game, right? The game is about having an impact on a woman's emotions. Whether it's making her mad, or just making her wonder, or creating some sort of mystery, or being like toxic, it works. Trust me, it works. If I want to win a girl, dog, I play those funny games, and then I will get her. You understand? I just need to be patient. I will get her, dog. A lot of girls who are in my phone right now, we are playing those games back and forth, hot and cold. That's what we're doing, guys. Let's keep it pushing, though.
A lot of men fall into, thinking they have to be emotional and toxic just to keep a woman's interest.
Facts.
But don't fall for it. Like I said, it's a trap.
The reason that they have these up and down emotions is they want to see two things. Number one, if you care about them. And number two, how steady and stable are you?
Again, it's just another difference between us, not good or bad or right or wrong, just another difference between us as men and women. As women in general, we like chaos and drama.
Facts.
And disruption of routine.
Normal is boring. Normal, safe, stable, secure. It's boring. And they need crazy.
Are you a rock solid kind of guy? Or are you going to be like all over the place, yo-yoing with her? And see, women don't want a guy who's an emotional yo-yo. I mean, it's all good and fine for them to be emotional yo-yos and up and down and all over the place. Yeah, fine. But a woman hates that in a man. And the problem is that in the West, in Europe and the Americas and Australia and New Zealand, we've been socialized into believing that we have to cater to a woman's emotions. This is a colossal mistake.
That's a huge mistake. This is why it's so important to focus on building your life so you have options. The same women who ignore good men now are often the ones complaining later when those men are no longer available or when they go for younger women.
Men my age, they don't want this.
The only kind of men that date and marry women that are substantially younger than them are insecure men.
I mean, shit, they're teachable. They're fresh. They're pure.
Facts.
They're naive. They'll listen to us. And here I come with my 44 years of experience and lessons and, my self-worth.
I am 44, and these two men were 40 and 42. And they're the two men that are on my roster that I'm actually interested in, sexually attracted to, interested in intellectually, have great chemistry with, great conversations with. And they both friend zoned me because they think they might want kids someday.
They don't want a partner. If they wanted a partner, they would seek someone who was closer in their age. They would seek out a peer.
So this is what I'm dealing with men who are my age, out in the dating pool, sniffing around 40-somethings, but might want kids someday. I can't with this nonsense. It's biology. Did we stop teaching that in schools?
Look, I'm not sure, but I think wanting kids someday is a valid reason for not wanting to date a woman in her 40s. When women are younger,
This is
they
crazy,
often look for a
guys.
man with resources because of the life he can provide. So no one should have a problem with older men dating younger women. And yet, despite all of this, women have been asking the same question for decades. Where are all the good men? Even radio shows back in the early 2000s were filled with that same discussion, and the conversation still hasn't changed.
All these women have complained, where are all the good men? You know where all the good men are? You said no to them. You said no to the nice guy who wanted to take you to the prom. You said no to the guy who asked you to marry him because you thought you could do better. You said no to the guy who,
That's facts.
you know, wanted you to move in with him or wanted you to fall in love with him. You said no to, you made fun of the guy, right, who sent you all those Valentine's Day cards and the balloons and the little teddy bears and everything. You just said no, 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 no. And then one day you suddenly turn around and guys aren't paying attention to you anymore.
Now, if you want to see the struggles in dating for women who fell for the independent woman and the...
Guys, women are lonely, guys. Women are lonely. And this is not a joke. You know why they're lonely, guys? And why loneliness will have a lot of sting. It will have a sting, not a lot. will have a sting on women more than men. Is because men, we were prepared for it. Because we've been lonely since we were like teenagers. You know what I mean? Because remember, like, when you're younger, dog, as long as, like, you don't have game when you're a teenager, or you're not a bad boy, or you're just not good with women, right? You're going to be lonely. Like, you're not going to get, you know, that kind of a relationship with women. You're going to miss out on that. Like, probably in your, like, 16 to 29 or something, 16 to 30, you're going to miss out on that. That's what happened to me. But as soon as I got into my 30s, I started understanding the game, and I had more time. Like, I had more resources, and, you know, I just had more game. You know what I mean? I looked different. I don't know, but I know that as soon as I was in my 30s, girls who were my age, they wanted to mess with me. Younger girls wanted to mess with me, and I had to understand the game, right? And but even if, like, right now I'm single, I'm lonely, but I'm used to it. You know what I mean? But I'm peaceful, and also I have freedom. I can do whatever I like, you know, because I don't have someone, nagging, guys. Nagging. I don't have people nagging. I don't have people telling me what to do, you know, what I didn't do. No, I don't have those problems. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. Remember, I was reacting to this video. My name is RJ Godfella, and this is the RJ Godfella Chats. If you like this type of content, please, guys, hit the subscribe button. Peace, I'm out.